Harold Ordway is suspected in the killing of one of these men and the disappearance of the other. He's the one who crashed his truck in 2011 with a mattress in the back, soaked with fresh blood. But he's only been charged for firearms violation connected to that case. Tonight we have documents that show the feds want a judge to lock him up for a long time. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson has the details of those new documents and some strong words from family members. Danny, what's going on?
Well, that's right. Well, first of all, Harold Ordway will be sentenced here next week at federal court for a felon possessing a firearm. But in those documents that you just talked about today that we found, the prosecution lays out a case saying that not just was he a felon possessing a firearm, but that he likely killed two acquaintances. Now, the defense says he hasn't been convicted of any murders and he shouldn't have to serve time without a trial and a conviction. Do you think there's any chance that he did not do this?
Not at all. I think he did. And I think everyone knows it.
Harold Ordway's sister-in-law, Kelly Ordway, says she's not impressed by her brother-in-law's defense. His attorneys are trying to say he hasn't been convicted of killing anybody.
That's totally not true, and it's very obvious that he has. He's just not admitting it.
He could face a max of 10 years in prison for possessing a firearm as a felon. But prosecutors aren't just focusing on that crime in court documents about the sentencing, instead taking the opportunity to accuse Ordway of two other murders, pointing out that when he was in that traffic crash back in 2011, there was a lot of fresh blood in Ordway's truck. In fact, saying if it all belonged to one person from one act, that person would have died within an hour. Documents also say that they have had several witnesses come forward saying that Ordway confessed to killing Michael Van Buskirk and then Paul Ashley because Ashley knew about the Van Buskirk murder.
If he could take responsibility for what he did, not allegedly what he did, it would really be good for his own sake also, but for the sake of all of us too.
Now, again, the defense's position is that Ordway did not kill anyone. Just give you a little bit of background. One of the alleged victims, Michael Van Buskirk, was helping Ordway renovate a house back in 2011. His body was found later that year. The other alleged victim, Paul Ashley, had been living with Ordway and his parents were told, and he had been sleeping on a mattress in the bed of Ordway's truck. His sister-in-law telling us likely the same mattress that was found covered in blood. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.
Danny, thank you for that live report.